Hello, my creepy crawlies, and welcome back. We are excited to have you tonight at Ice Cream Queens, where we are going to be talking about goth styling, goth culture, and all of the wonderful things that make us dark and creepy. But without hesitation, let's bring in our fabulous co hosts.
Hello.
Lauren, what were you? I'm sorry, were you like clicking?
No, I was just saying hello. Like, bring me in.
How is everyone doing this evening?
I
know I always start with the same question. So,
Yes.
but,
Yes.
Well, you have to pretend you care somehow.
I know it's not pretending. It's real. I do love you guys. I do. So you might notice that we are down one co-host this evening. Sadly, Magda will not be joining us. Sad.
Sad.
Yes,
Okay.
that. We are
hoping,
sad.
I'm hoping she jumps in the comments, though.
Oh,
Say
yes.
hi.
Yes.
Definitely.
Hello.
Hi, Ciara.
So I have to ask,
Hmm.
has anyone seen Batman? The
No.
new Batman?
Not yet. Sorry. I've been
Oh.
busy. Busy.
Can I? Okay. I'm absolutely in love with this new Batman. Not because, not because of Catwoman, because, Catwoman is. Why am I sideways? Where am I? Hang on. My camera's like really off.
There we go.
Thank you. So, we have Catwoman. We have a phenomenal version of Catwoman, but I'm going to tell you why I love the new Batman. It is straight up pulling off of some horror movies. When I was watching it, there are face traps that are resembling Saw. So the character of the Riddler is pretty much Jigsaw. It's incredible. And then you have a scene where they go into his house and it is straight out of Seven. I'm like, okay, so the director, Reeves, what was his? Is it Matt Reeves? Matt Reeves did a wonderful job incorporating not only the comic book fan base, but the horror junkies that are watching this as well. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go see that now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been super busy. My daughter is in a play. And so Friday we went to go see and she's backstage, but she's been working her butt off on it. So we went Addams Family, the musical. Went to go see it.
I'm jealous.
It's super fun. We saw the last show tonight again. We went to see it again tonight. So that's what.
Does it bring back memories? Because I do believe you were a theater girl, weren't you?
What? I'm sitting here like, I wonder what the next show is. Because they have adults. It could be like a mommy-daughter bonding thing.
You should have
been. Very good. Very well.
Y'all should have been Morticia and Wednesday.
Oh no. Yeah. She's like, I'm backstage. She's trying it out. She's stepping her toes in there. We'll see if she wants to do stage later.
Oh, okay. So Kat brought something to my attention that I am so excited about.
I don't even know what I brought to your attention. I forgot already.
Elvis Week.
Oh yes.
Is that in August?
Mm-hmm. August.
Cassandra Peterson, Elvira, is going to be at Graceland.
Elvis Week. Yeah, this year.
I mean,
I want to go. I want to go to all the events this year. I have yet to go and do them all, and this year might be the year that I'm going to go check it out.
You've been to Graceland though, because I know you do Elvis Week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go look at the shrines and everything, but I've never gone to like the events they put out.
Lauren, have you ever been to Graceland?
Okay, don't hate me.
No,
I'm not a huge Elvis fan. My aunt Leona, great aunt Leona, came in town once, and my parents like, oh, she's sick, and took me out of school and forced me to go to Graceland.
Thank God. We were going to have to take your Memphis card right now if you haven't been. I'm just saying.
I've never been.
And we're taking your Memphis card. Didn't you have a family member that dated Elvis too?
Yes, I did. I have an aunt who went on a date with Elvis, and it might have been multiple dates. I'm not really sure of the story, but yes, I do have a family member that went on a date with Elvis. She didn't realize it was a date. She just thought it was a mutual meeting. And but yeah,
you're going this year. We're taking you.
Well, Elvira, Cassandra Peterson will be there. So yes, I am going. I am going this weekend. I may be
Yes.
stalking her.
Look, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's like stepping back into the 70s. It's a good time. So it's worth the trip.
And I even had a friend who was an event planner at Graceland. I do believe she's retired now, but so there's no reason that I should have never set foot into Graceland. I mean, my mother was a huge Elvis fan. Yeah. I feel kind of embarrassed. Memphis is in my last name. Oh, come on. I'm like, I think I have messed up somewhere.
Yes. You're going to Graceland. That's what we're doing.
All right. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and bring in our guests because I am super excited about our guests tonight.
All right, drum roll as they come in.
Hello, Racer Rob. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Wonderful.
So, if you don't know anything about Rob, if you've never met Rob before, Rob is the king of pompadour and rockabilly, gothabilly styling. And can you take a quick minute and tell a little bit about yourself, your shop, and how you kind of came to be here this evening?
Absolutely. Got Blue Suede Dudes here in Memphis, Tennessee. We have built a reputation on having a lot of people come in for pompadours for like Elvis Week, especially coming up. I've had people from Japan, China, Spain, South America just come in and want to come in and get that pompadour. Guys from Europe, Germany, Rotterdam, especially, they come in and now that they're in the promised land and make the pilgrimage. You all want to get that rockabilly haircut that they've always heard and seen about. So we've built up a reputation for that. Plus, we just like, our shop is laid back and cool, and we play weird movies and rockabilly in an open bar. So what's not to love?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a party. That sounds like a good time.
It is the best. I'm just going to stop here. Rob is my hair guy. So, yay. So if you like my hair.
You would have great hair.
I have great hair because Rob
one.
saved my hair. I mean, my hair was a hot mess. I mean, it was box dyed black and oh God. Anyway, we won't talk about that. It was just
right, exactly. That's
mess.
just the past. Yeah. That's the past.
That's just the past. So can we bring in Nathan now?
Hello. Hi, lovelies. Good to see everybody
Good to
tonight.
see you.
How are you?
I am fantastic. I ate way too much today, and I'm now excited to be here on the show with y'all.
Those are the best days.
A lot of chicken and waffles were had today for brunch.
I'm not going to say that I stuck my hand in butter earlier today, but I may have.
We don't need to hear about your personal life. Okay?
No, we do need to hear it. Was it on purpose or
I'm very confused.
was it an accident?
Right, exactly. Accident.
Here is a.
All right, so Shining Nathan, can we hear a little bit about how you ended up on our show?
Well, I guess I have my TikTok, and then Lauren asked me to join y'all, and I guess most of my styling on my TikTok, I have more of a very Southern Gothic type of look.
Love it.
So
love it.
Yes.
It's one of my, I didn't have a word for it whenever I started, because I started wearing cinchers and corsets, and I was like, what is this? It reminds me very much of a Southern Belle, of course, but I was like, and then I realized, oh my God, this is Southern Gothic, because cinchers and corsets are a wonderful thing when you've eaten too much, like I currently have today. And especially now that my normal man's pants don't fit, so I majority of the time wear more flowy female pants that tend to not want to stay on for some reason, because they are built to be flowy, but you can't put anything heavy in the pockets. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
nope,
before
you can't.
No, you can't.
So no wallet.
No wallet. That's what
you don't walk around with
someone else's pants.
Right. No chain wallet. Got it.
I'm just surprised that there's pockets in general.
I know. I was going to say, I don't think I have. Yeah.
They're not very good pockets, but it's very flowy fabric. And the moment you put a phone in, and I went out one night, and there are my black flowy big pants, and all of a sudden I started feeling the breeze. Well, I shouldn't be feeling the breeze. And I learned the wonderful, wonderful thing of wearing a cincher and having the pants tucked up into the cincher. So then I could actually put a few things into the pants.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You just gotta embrace it. You just
You do,
gotta
right.
embrace it. It happens. And just roll with the punches.
Thank goodness I was wearing proper underwear.
Well, there is
I'm
something to
sure
be
the
said for
person
proper
behind
underwear.
you was
Very,
thankful.
very important. Very important.
They didn't want to be charged. They have to charge them my hourly rate at that point if they saw.
We do have another guest with us this evening, Jordan. Can we bring her in?
Hi, how are you guys?
Hello. Look at your hair. Oh my gosh.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
goodness.
We're working on it.
Pretty
It's
hair.
a work
I-
in progress. It's a work in
It's-
progress. We're going through like about a year with black dye, so we're getting it out.
Rob, of course, is
Hi,
doing it.
Jennifer. Jennifer Live says hello.
Oh my goodness. Can we get a close up of Jordan real quick? Can we pull her
Yes.
forward?
Yes.
Because like this outfit.
I know.
Hi, DL. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
We like my outfit too. So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
you look
pretty.
great.
I like the
Absolutely.
sleeves. The sleeves
You
are
look
the
great.
sheer flowy sleeves.
I know.
I
Maybe,
love
maybe
it.
we're
Let
having
me see if I can do
difficulties.
this.
Okay.
There you go.
Do.
We're having technical
Hold
difficulties
music.
as usual.
It's not a show without technical difficulties.
I
Not at
know.
all.
Okay.
That's okay. We can continue on.
Okay. I've been told to stop.
Oh. Are you both working on it at the same time so it's like canceling each other out?
Yes, you
Totally.
know we are.
It's like when there's two light switches and y'all are on opposite ends of the room and everyone's trying to turn off the light at the same time.
Okay.
I do that.
flip it
I do
on.
that intentionally all the time to mess with people when they're on the other side of the room. I just reach
Yeah.
up on the wall
Let me
and
do it,
start,
okay.
you know.
I've done
Click,
that to
click,
myself
click,
and not
click.
even realize.
I like to see people just think they're going crazy. It's just a good time.
There we go.
There.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh,
Woohoo.
that's so pretty.
Thank
I
you.
know. She's gorgeous.
Is that
I
a
do what I
necklace
can.
or is that part of the dress?
Okay, so, all right, confession. I have
Yeah.
the talent of still being completely naked and wearing like 18 different articles of clothing. So that's literally my entire wardrobe. It's a pain in the butt to go to the bathroom, like whatever. Okay, so I have like a garter belt on and thigh highs, but I have like essentially a skirt that's got shorts made under it because why would you not own that?
That's
Um,
awesome.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's a combination of like Foxblood and Shein, like just thrown together.
I
Nice.
love it.
Okay.
We got it. We understand.
Yes.
Just
It
another
looks
day
a
at
lot.
work.
It looks
It's
really
just
good
another
on
day at
you.
work.
It does.
It does like
It does.
Listen,
Anytime I
I
bought
tried.
something from Shein, I got a bathing suit, and I swear I could never show this picture. But it's like you want to do one of those, like what it looks like on the model, and then do a
Mhm.
modeling picture of what it looks like when you really bought it. It
You
was
have to definitely read your reviews
Yeah.
because you can find some really
Yeah.
good pieces on there. But I've definitely gotten a few things that I'm like, Jesus Christ, this looks like a napkin, and like, like I'm just going, okay, well maybe I'll take this to Goodwill. I don't know, but
This was
Yeah.
not Sheena's size.
that's exactly what I ended up buying was a napkin made of spandex as a bathing suit top. And it was
Speaking of
horrid.
Speaking of places to buy things from, like, where's y'all's favorite places to get articles of clothing when it comes to like the gothic kind of style?
A Rocksteady, a Lucky 13. That's me.
Where is that?
Rocksteady
Rockstar.
and then Lucky 13 are the brands I wear the most.
I know Lucky 13.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah.
other one. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah,
Rocksteady,
Rocksteady's
yeah.
pretty cool.
I think they're a bit more rockabilly gothabilly because
Rockabilly.
I know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know Geek
Cool.
Gumshoe. That's kind of where he gets a lot of his stuff. So
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
For me, it's a
Yeah.
combination of thrift store finds. Like this is a thrift store find for like $5.
Yeah.
And then in Inceran, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's INCERUN men. And they have an entire steampunk section for
Oh,
men.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they a lot of it's either white, black, or red. But of course, a lot of that steampunk wear because I have one that's like pillowy sleeves and it comes up to the neck, but it's not constructed for an ample bosom. it's constructed for more male presented chairs. And my only issue is that it doesn't close as tight. And I have several pieces that are like that. And then, of course, kind of hodgepodge what I find from thrift stores, really. I'm looking at getting a full corset, steel boned corset.
Way to go.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I would say you
I'm a
have one, don't you,
thrifter.
Jordan? You got a bone corset, don't you?
I do. I have mine was given to me as a gift. I have a leather custom made steel boned corset. I think it came from a seller on Etsy that my friend gave me for Christmas. It's awesome. Due to a current situation, I cannot currently wear it, but I'll be getting that soon.
I think I'm aware of that current situation.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, you know the current situation.
We're looking at it.
Yeah.
You are looking at it.
I truly appreciate that, Nathan, that you thrift, because I am a huge vintage person and I love to find true vintage when I can. And sometimes it's difficult to find, but I have incredible luck at thrift stores and vintage shops. But yes, so that is kind of where I go to find most of my my Gothic. And then I hand build. So I do a lot of sewing and stuff. So I do create a lot of my own stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, at thrift stores, if you can have the eye of what can be transitioned from a different color to black, because there's a lot of pieces in there. You just have to be able to have that eye. Like, this would look great as a form of Gothic wear. I just got to get it to black. And then figuring out if the piece will hold dye or what you got to do to get it to that color. And if you're going to wear it once.
Well, see, like for thrift store shopping though, like they don't really come in husky sizes, so I would have to like, be careful. Yeah, no, not very big.
It is harder to find. Yeah, it is harder to find
back there.
I think here in San Antonio, because San Antonio, we're known for a very healthy diet.
Yeah.
My friend Crystal, she's about 5'11", and she is, I forget what size she is and where, but she's a bigger girl. And we always get really lucky finding for her. And it may just be the culture of San Antonio. But
true.
we've gotten very lucky. But I will literally be diving into racks like I was 5 again and hiding from my mama. And so to find a piece that literally glinted to my eye.
Love it.
So we do have an audience participation question, and we're going to throw it out for our guests to answer too. Is there a particular person who has influenced your personal style? And Jordan, let's go with you first on this one.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm very particular about clothing. My grandma, when I was a child, put me in black. And for some reason, they got real pissed off when I grew into like a full-grown adult and still wear all black. So
I'm like, you kind of set the stage here, people.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, you did it. So I don't know why you, anyway. So whatever.
Learned it from watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I very much like fishnets, and I have like thighs over fishnets right now. Like I like to do that. I don't know if I really have like person that's influenced me. I just kind of put a lot of pieces together, and it's very much what feels good that day. And it's just all black and lots of mesh, lots of lace, lots of boobs.
Yes.
Yes, Lynette. Thank you. Lynette said Susie.
Susie Sue as a
Susie
team.
Sue. Yes.
Thank you. I do refer to myself as Elvira from Wish a lot.
Elvira from Wish?
Wish
You know,
Elvira.
shopping app that, like,
That's no, you're not from Wish.
No.
No. It's okay. So I'm trying to be funny with it.
I laughed because I was like, oh.
I can laugh about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm
how
talking about
you?
Kat. Listen,
I
I've always wanted to ask Kat, who was her
Are you
style?
serious? My style. See, I don't have a particular like female that I follow as far as my fashion. I would say I think I gravitated towards black, actually looking at men on stage with music and everything. So I kind of just, I don't know, I just kind of grabbed that look and I liked it. It somehow suited me. But as far as like, hair, makeup, styling, or anything like that. I like to kind of keep it fresh and keep it moving. Like, sometimes I like to do the rockabilly, gothabilly look. Sometimes I like to go straight into the 80s. Sometimes it's the 70s. It just really depends on how I'm feeling, because I just don't have I have kind of like go-to pieces as far as what I like to wear, and what like separates, I think, just because I'm short, help with my body better than just a long dress. But as far as, I'm always loving to change it up. I just can't. I'm constantly rotating out my closet. So I don't know. I really don't have a specific person to pin it to. I wish I could be like, oh, it's all her fault, but I really don't.
Okay, next.
We're at that 15-minute mark where everybody's just like,
I know,
what do I say
right?
now? Yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
Really? You're going to ask me?
Yeah.
You can't.
What? Is her name Elvira? No, it's Betty Page.
Oh, I should have guessed that. Okay.
Okay. So we'll keep up. Nathan, I'm very curious. Who would you consider inspired your, not necessarily your entire look, but your whole affect? I mean, it's a very put together. I mean, it's very. Anyway, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, cohesive. It's a
I guess
cohesive design.
it all depends on what look I'm, because like earlier today I had a very bohemian New Orleans type of look, but when I'm dressing more gothic, I guess overall I've always loved the power of Southern belles. But when it comes in overall affectation, I guess. But when it comes to like when I'm dressing goth, I just have this image in my head of a old Western madam from the Victorian era. And because nobody mess with, there's so much power between the big hat, the cinched waist, the broad shoulders, and the big flowing gown that nobody, and secretly somewhere tucked beneath them folds is a sawed-off shotgun. And that was just something that always, and then just make it black, because during the winter season I do tend to get a little bit more in surface area. And so black hides that a little bit. But I just like the way black is so stark, and it works so you can go with black and gold, black and red, black and teal, black and blue, black and silver. And it's just so versatile. So whenever I'm dressing in my more goth wear, I just think of a Western madam. And that's the effect I want to have on people when they see me in this look. But when it comes to my everyday, it was always like a Southern belle. And because they're always so genteel, but you don't want to make them mad.
Can you just say gentle again?
Genteel.
Genteel.
As they're putting arsenic in your drink, just very genteel little tap
It's
on
so
the glass.
I
terribly
would never do
civilized.
that. It's just going to make you a little sleepy. It's what I like to call my night tea. It may taste a little bit like almonds, honey, but don't you worry. That's on you, not me.
You know what? Nobody ever gets that reference. And that is one of my, Arsenic and Old Lace is probably one of my favorite movies ever. And nobody ever gets that reference.
I know.
Can we pop up that comment, by the way? So Razor Rock.
Got a fan. Yay!
So Toy Robot
Toy
Visual
Robot.
Arts commented, my style influence is Razor Rob.
Oh,
He's
love
so
that.
lady shaming.
Man,
Rob.
mine came from my mom. My mom was not really into like buying trendy clothes when I was younger. So she was always like, "Why do you gotta look like everybody else? Why can't you look different?" And then that kind of like steamrolled into, okay, I'm gonna wear all black. I was like going to stores to find my black clothing, and then it just built up from there. Went from like being young in high school, being more like an industrial kind of looking kid before there was really goth, and then going into more of a psychobilly, rockabilly kind of thing.
I love that aesthetic.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorites.
Oh, yes. So
I
we've
miss
all-
industrial music too. Like, do y'all remember that?
Oh
growing
yeah,
up? Like, how
Skinny Puppy
fun
for
was
2 for 2.
Yes!
I like
that was
my high school yearbook picture. I'm wearing a front 2 for 2 shirt. And my sister's
that's
wearing
so
my
fun.
sister wearing like a agnostic run. It was crazy back then.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
So I have a weird question, and this is just kind of thrown out to everyone. Do you consider yourself goth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I better. It's
absolutely.
in my username.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, there's that. Okay.
Yeah.
This is true.
I
I
do.
don't-
I consider myself goth. I come from like back when like Bauhaus was playing Bela Lugosi's Dead and the Hunger. We were going through that whole transition of like watching this goth come through from, making an early descent from industrial music. I mean, I was there. I loved it. I can really consider myself that.
The reason I ask is because
Yeah.
people always it's in the past work environments that I have been in. It's like, oh, you'll spot Donna, you'll know her or Gail as soon as you see her. Sorry,
Yeah.
and it's like she's the goth girl, and I'm like, no, I'm not goth. I'm not goth. I'm not a goth girl. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
don't label me. Okay, so goth culture, this is something that I've actually had a conversation with recently. Do you consider it the overall aesthetic? Do you consider it the music? What do you consider to be the elements that create a goth style for someone?
I
Oh,
think
You
Jordan, answer that one. Jordan, answer that
Sorry,
one.
I jumped in.
We're looking at you, Jordan.
I was wondering. I might be
You
the
were feeling
worst.
that.
Be the worst goth because I'm actually really into death metal.
That's
I think that
No, that's perfect.
yeah.
I think a lot of goth really has to do with the culture of things like Bauhaus and things like that that did create it to begin with, and we definitely don't need to forget the roots. I do think that it's overall kind of like an attitude where your mind's at and the love of the color black and things like that. That's kind of where I stand on it. But I do think that the music has definitely it's very important to the culture.
Absolutely.
I
It
can
takes a
agree
lot of
with that.
attitude to wear this much black.
Mhm.
See, everyone always mentions the music when it comes to goth culture and how you can appear as goth or how you can get into the culture. I always feel like there's different ways to enter into the goth kind of world. Yes, there's always music. I mean,
Mhm.
the person that I always looked up to when it came to the fashion and everything, Amy Lee. I grew up watching
Oh,
Amy Lee from
yeah.
Evanescence. She was the
Yeah.
first goth I
Evanescence,
saw
What
yeah.
a beautiful
who
voice.
didn't
Yeah.
wear black constantly. Like she would add in purples or reds, and I was like, I want to be that.
She did a concert in
Um,
white, in like a white dress. I mean, I thought
yeah,
that was awesome.
but she
Yeah.
was still goth, and I feel like there's a lot of different. It's not always just black. It's not always just the music. Someone can be really into horror movies
Mhm.
and they enter into it that way. Someone can be really into just like true crime, serial killer
Mhm.
documentaries, and they can
Mhm.
enter into the world that way. So I know that it
That'd be
started
me.
mainly with the music, but the way that it has progressed, I feel like there's many different avenues of entrance now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a literature person, so I do believe that my goth aesthetic and my love of the overall feeling and the overall culture came from honestly vampires. I mean, I grew
Yeah.
up in I graduated high school in the 80s. I'm dating myself, but I graduated high school in the 80s, so I was very much into that Anne Rice vampire scene. I remember going to New Orleans. I remember going to those goth clubs and goth bars and just
Fun.
yeah.
I
so-
did too.
That was
I
a good
love
time.
it. I miss it.
No, it's still there. Honestly,
Is it?
it's not as prominent as it was, let's say, back in the 80s, but in the 90s. But honestly, it is. I mean, there is still a huge goth culture in New Orleans, and I mean, I think that pretty much the city of New Orleans is living goth. I mean, it is. I mean, it is the base of the culture, in my opinion. For me,
I
at
agree.
least, so.
I agree.
I
It
agree.
definitely has an awesome soul. It does.
So now I know that everybody's just kind of gone through and kind of talked about, but the truth is, are we more when you start being and developing a goth look? I kind of feel like we're almost chameleons because. And Lauren, you're a perfect example because I look at you and I mean she is because Lauren is very colorful. She is a rainbow of personality and style, and I think that honestly, and she's not always decked head to toe in black. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in that you have to be wearing black. It has to be black to be goth. And, you know, you were commenting about Amy Lee, and I don't think that is the case.
Well, if I may, I remember hearing about new different types of goths right before I left Houston, where there's goths that wear only like pink but make it industrial, or different facets. Like me, for instance, I don't primarily like black is the overarching color, but not the statement color. At least I like it that way. But I've heard that it's more about the overarching aesthetic that doesn't necessarily encompass black, which is an interesting thing coming from, I was a theater arts major in university and I did costume design. And it's like you take the aesthetics of goth, strip out the color black and infuse it with another color, and you still get that feeling of goth, but without the black.
Yeah, really good examples of that is Pastel Goth, or Lolitas do that sometimes.
Yes. I couldn't remember the word, and I personally don't like pastels on me, but
I don't know. I could see you killing. I could see you like killing a pastel yellow like suit dress.
Seriously.
I could see that.
I think a lot of times you have to have there comes like bringing it beyond goth. There comes a very big attitude that comes with wearing this much black and being put out as someone who's going to bring a lot of attention to you. You really have to have that, you know, you're really going to carry that on your shoulders. That people are going to look at you, probably make a comment about you. I'm a barber and a hairstylist, and I'm constantly being questioned if I have openings for tattoo sessions. So they think I'm a tattoo artist. So I mean,
but do you?
But they're not yet. I'm trying. But no, I think there's an attitude that comes with this too. You know, we do put ourselves out front and before all the other, you know, leggings and, you know, do little boots and stuff like that. We're out there putting our fashion first.
On the fashion first, I actually have another question I was wanting to bring up. What do you feel on the whole? Well, you're not goth if you don't dress goth 100% of the time, all the time. I get comments like this constantly because sometimes I have my hair up in a giant scrunchie. I'm wearing pajama pants and I'm, you know, sitting down eating popcorn and watching true crime.
Right.
This takes time. So how do y'all feel about
this?
Those?
Is a commitment,
right?
You know what? Let me jump on that one just because I have worked in environments where it is not always conducive with what I'm doing that day at work. You know, previously I came from collegiate athletics, and if I was in the gym, no, I did not look like this. It was a very different look altogether. So, I have a very vintage retro look, and I do wear a lot of color, specifically red. I wear a lot of red and a lot of purple, but I don't think that it really takes away. I think that it's something that's kind of internal in your soul. Not everybody is in a position where they can dress like this all the time. I mean, my current job doesn't allow for it. So, and I know Kat's doesn't.
Jordan does.
Jordan's done. Yeah.
We insist on it.
I'm coming to work with you guys.
Right?
I know.
I think it's so funny because, you know,
quote
me
for
and
my
Jordan
hair.
dress the way we do, and we got little old ladies that still come in to get their hair done at the shop. And it's actually kind of supporting. They're very supportive of us.
Yeah.
They love the atmosphere. They love the style. Yeah, we might scare the hell out of you, but we're having a good time doing it.
Let me tell you, you're not scaring any of those old ladies. They've lived through wars and all kinds of stuff. Like, they're coming in there because they're tired of the salon, probably regular
That's
culture.
true. That's
So
very true. That is
you're
true.
not scaring them. They've seen way more than we have.
Yeah, and we,
You were absolutely
and
correct.
we look forward to see what Jordan's going to be wearing that day anyway. It's like, yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I come in wanting to know when I'm getting my hair done. I'm like, is Jordan gonna be here?
Yeah. That's the question. When's Jordan coming in? She'll be here.
I know.
Relax.
It's like I love seeing you, Rob, but honestly, I'm just like, is Jordan coming in?
Dude, I'm not the show anymore.
So, So now, on the flip side of that, have you ever been met with any type of negativity based on the way that you look?
Oh God, yes.
Oh, all the time.
Oh, I have a
Oh.
game. Okay, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No.
I have a game off of this. I'm sorry. What are the questions that you get asked when you are gothed up? I will give an example. Do you worship Satan?
Oh my God.
I
So
never
I
get that.
started-
Asking questions.
I started this fun thing when somebody comes up and they're like, I have a question. Usually it's a drunk person. Usually it's later at night. Usually I'm out somewhere. And they're like, oh, I have a question. And I'm like, do you have $5? Do you have $5? You can't. A question costs $5.
Can you staple it to me?
And then
I'm
usually I'm like so rude after that and they don't want to talk to me anymore. If they have like a confrontational kind of like demeanor about them when they come up, because most of them are going to say something really slimy. So that's how I look. But yeah, do you worship Satan has definitely been what I've heard more than a few times. Like at first it was fun. Now it's just shut up and move on. You know?
I have my deterrent that the fact that no matter where I go for any extended period of time, I keep my earbuds in. And the benefit of having no hair really is that they can see the earbuds. And of course I have my mask on. And so I can just look at them and I see their mouth is moving and I know they're talking to me. I could dead eye look into the eyes. I just turn my head and walk away. And because like you can obviously hear that there's an audio book or whatever, or my true crime YouTube is on, but I will just dead look them in the eyes and I can see their mouth is moving. And just walk. It's really big. You can see the earbuds, and I'm not even bothering to turn them off. I'm just walk because I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. Yes, am I dressed like this? 1000%. That is valid. But I love dressing like this. I don't need you to give comment. And so,
yes, exactly.
I think the first question I always get is, you're not from here, are you? Like, no.
It's like, yes, we are. We are from here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think
I literally don't even have a question. I don't even answer them anymore. Like, you get your nails painted black, and everybody's like, "So what's all that about?" just making me feel good. That's all it is. It's good for me.
I think I've had an opposite though from it. Like I've had it where people have come up to me and been like, "Oh, you look so much better if you would get a tan." And that was when I was younger. But usually it's from a guy, and you're like, "That would be the last thing I would want to do is make you attracted to me." So we're gonna pass on that.
You do not realize how much work it takes to be this porcelain.
It's not even that. It's more the mindset. Like, why do you think I reciprocate that I find you attractive? If you,
it's that automatic.
Yeah.
I love the confusion I give people because again, I'm wearing a skirt and a mask. And so it's mask up until here, and then of course I'll take out the earbud and I'm like, how much is this thing? And like, well, sir, ma'am, sir. And I'm like, at first I'm a little like, excuse you, but then I realize I'm wearing a full mask that they can't
see the beard. Yeah,
I have such angelic eyes anyway, so
you do
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I love everybody on this panel so much.
Me too.
Somebody has slipped her the truth serum in her drink.
Right. Well, you were asking about like comments that people would make. When I opened up Blue Suede Dudes, I opened it up with the attitude that we're gonna like protect everybody. We're very much in a lot of communities. We specialize in a lot of community looks. So we make the point that if you have anything negative to say, you can just take it out the door because we don't want to hear it. We're here about positivity. We're here about bringing people up, not bringing people down. And my motto is smiles and solutions. I mean, what can we do? So the last thing I want is anybody making any kind of negative comment. If somebody's wearing a dress, if the guys are wearing painted nails, and everybody looks a little bit different. That's what makes us who we are in this shop.
Honestly, I have never felt uncomfortable in your shop with anybody. I have always felt so welcome and just so you feel very special going into Rob's shop and working with Rob and Jordan, and they are phenomenal
Yeah.
people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess I'll
we
be
even
saving my money up to get my hair done.
please come in. My right hand lady. She's unfortunately like wasn't able to participate, but she's fabulous in her own right. You know, she does amazing shows, and we just love her to death. And she like brings out the best in all of us, and we really want to do that for everybody that comes to the door, regardless of what you look like.
Nice.
Has anyone ever tried to insult you with something that you took and wore as a badge of honor? Like, we're gonna have to edit this, but people call me witch bitch on occasion, and I'm like, thank you. You don't even know half of it. So, is there something that you have been somebody used as an insult that you're just like, I'm gonna wear that proudly?
So many people will come up to me and be like, your hair, and I'm like, yes, it is that color, so people like you don't talk to me. Thank you.
Yeah. It's to ward off the normals.
Yeah. This is an obvious sign of I'm not your kind of person. Please move along.
Right, you're right.
Oh,
I would say getting my nails painted. After I started getting my nails painted, the more comments I got from it, I was like, oh well, hang on, I'm going to do it more now because
Yeah.
I don't have to answer anything from you or any of your questions or how you feel about me or what you think about me. You know? So I love getting my nails done now. Let's do it again.
I just find it amazing the amount of times people will come up and say something to someone thinking that it's an insult. And you're sitting here like, that's the point. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That's
missed
exactly
it, but
what
you
it
got
is.
it at the same time.
My favorite is, oh, you're so weird. I'm like, you have no idea.
Right?
it is
Thank
2022.
you.
It is. We cannot even afford to be not weird anymore. Normal.
Yeah,
Is that what
right.
it's
Exactly. Yeah, we were locked up for about 2 months. We're done. We're out. The weird is out.
But normal is so boring. I mean, honestly.
Right? I don't want to wear a pastel polo shirt and khakis and go golfing. The only thing I want to do on a golf course is be drunk.
Hey,
in a golf cart.
I will say golfing is a lot of fun, especially when that golf cart comes, the beer cart comes by. That maybe
I was going to say, I've been the beer cart girl.
Love it.
I've been the beer cart girl.
Have you
on
really?
many occasions. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah,
I like to
fundraising is
play,
my
but you can
We need a
golf.
golf
You can golf at the golf course too, though. Like I did play. You can play it all black. It gets really hot out there.
It's gonna look like the monsters on the golf course.
That's right.
No.
Let's go. I love it. Let's go. Like I'm already like gonna put the golf scramble together. Let's
y'all have
I don't know if y'all know
Golf
this,
scramble.
but Alice Cooper is an avid golfer.
Yes.
It's got to be a night too.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely. They do have night golf here, and I've heard of it. They use these like LED glow in the dark balls. They do it. I have.
That's it.
You said
I have heard of it.
I work
The
in
golf girl
marketing.
golfing.
I work in marketing, and the number of golf tournaments, my job is like, you should go to this golf tournament. And I'm like, I'm going to be drunk at this golf tournament. I will be. And I take one of the attorneys who likes golf, and he's like, you going to play? I'm like, I'm sitting in the golf cart. And I'm
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, there is so much satisfaction of swinging that golf club and knocking that ball. It's a good time.
I don't sports ball.
I don't.
Yeah, sports ball either.
This is a non-sport kind of sport. It's a good time. It's like bowling.
I was about to say, I'll go bowling.
Bowling's a
It's
sport.
like playing.
Bowling's a sport.
It's like shooting pool, bowling, and golf are all a good time.
Hey, in
Okay.
the bowling alley, I'm an athlete. Okay.
I'm with Nathan. I have been on so many golf tournaments, and it's just like most of the time they're like, oh, do you need sunscreen? Can you actually get out in the sun? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna evaporate.
Are you allergic?
That's when you're like, hold my beer. Let me show you.
I'm like, yeah.
Here,
I mean,
hold my Bloody
I know.
Mary.
That's it.
Oh yeah, I love being the golf cart. Thank you, Aubrey. Aubrey says we all look amazing.
Thank you,
Well,
Aubrey.
thank you.
Can we
Now
have
we've
a
got
golf
off on
tournament?
sport.
Can we have a
We
golf
can.
tournament?
A goth.
We can
Oh,
have
God.
a goth golf tournament.
golf.
We can do this. We can make this happen.
No. No, we can't.
Sorry, I'm just sitting here trying to say goth.
Golf tournament. Say that 10
A
times
goth
fast.
golf tournament.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The golf.
Or we could just all hop into somebody else's tournament as the goth team on the golf tournament. Be the token goths in their
I can do
golf
that.
game.
I think I can
I can do that. Absolutely.
You know, we have a huge one here in Memphis. I'm in Nashville, but in Memphis, we have a huge, what is this, St. Jude Golf
Oh, the
Classic.
FedEx. Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
all the
FedEx.
pros. They're not going to let us go there. Like,
That is old Southern white man making these
Exactly.
deals, just looking at me.
that is
Oh,
all. But it's
but the
people from all
chalet?
over the world.
Oh.
It's people from everywhere, all over the world, though, too. So
I'm
it's
good.
teams from like Japan, Scotland, everywhere.
We
So
have Black Lives
I think I
Matter
still
golf
have a
here.
hush y'all sign.
All right, so
Hush, y'all.
all right, hang on. If this were a thing, right? Pretend this were a thing. There is a giant golf tournament. I can't even say golf now.
Goth.
And they've invited
We
us to
messed
come
you up.
along to be there. And here's the normal people team. So as comparison to the people who actually do it for,
And you
what
gotta
would
do that
you
in quotes.
wear?
Normal's gotta be in quotes.
What would you wear?
What would you wear
Oh,
to
I
that?
would full corset, full waterfall bustle. Like I want the train of this thing to be longer than I am tall and a bigger hat.
Shit, I would try to find me
it's going to
some
look like a
Argyle
wedding march
knickers.
going out to the tee.
Yeah. I would
you
try to
just
find me
say-
some Argyle knickers, you know.
Yes, yes.
Black
So
socks.
cool. Yes.
I was
I'm gonna look
thinking like the
I'm
black
gonna look
and
like
white
Herman
check
Munster on the
pants.
golf course.
Yes.
I would have to do like
We
a
could deck
golf-
out the golf carts and make it all just
make
fun.
it look like a
and
coffin.
spooky.
this is happening. This is happening. We're gonna
I would have to do like a 1950s pinup.
Ooh,
Golf.
Yes,
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
I think we've got our plan down, guys.
sounds like a great reboot of
We just
Patty's
need to
Taggart.
execute.
Thanks, Toy Robot.
How about you, Jordan? What would you wear?
I don't know. Probably some kind of stupid tennis skirt that would be too short because it's supposed to be a gentleman's sport.
Made out of
My
vinyl.
grandfather-
Made out
That's
of
what
vinyl.
you normally wear.
My
Nice.
grandmother
I was
tried
like,
to
I've
teach
seen
me to
that
play
too.
growing up, and he would always get mad at me because I'd cuss a whole lot. So I actually technically really know how to play. I've just never practiced. But I would be as unladylike as possible because that's the whole shtick. And anytime that I can scare a middle-aged white Southern man, I will absolutely do my best to terrify him.
So you said a mini skirt, and now all I can think of is like a gothic version of the Sailor Moon outfit, but with a
Oh
tennis
yes, that's
racket
exactly what
Kinda.
came
and
to
a golf-
mind.
So it's only fighting evil by moonlight the entire time.
There you go. Oh, okay.
And cussing. God cussing.
I think everybody cusses when they play golf, so that's it right there.
It's
I don't
it's
care
a
who you
four-letter
are.
word. I mean, it's a four-letter word. You're gonna use some of them.
Yeah.
Rob totally stole my idea. I want like black and white check knickers and like knee-high socks and the cabbie hat, the whole night. Yeah.
Yes.
The big floppy one.
Oh, see, I don't know why I thought of you with like the giant parasol
Oh,
out there.
No, that would be Magda. Magda's gonna have a giant parasol. 'Cause, she is our resident vampire.
She is.
Yes, she is.
Really and truly, she is our resident vampire. So
Oh, okay. Sorry, keep
What was that?
So I got a text here that basically said this is going to be a photo shoot. This is happening. So it's like there is going to be a golf.
Golf.
Who
love
whispered
that.
to it?
I have to pull out my little apron.
I think we've covered lots here. We've gone to music, to fashion, to sports. I mean, we're pretty versatile, I'm going to say.
It's a good panel.
I think
It's a
it
good panel.
started with your,
First
what
time
you've
ever.
done for a living. So you were a sports manager or
oh yeah.
worked in sports. So we kind of ran with that.
So, okay, back to the topic at hand. Accessories. We have ish.
Eh.
What is your favorite like top 3 accessories? You love them, you wear them almost every day. What are your go-tos when it comes to like a gothic kind of adding to the style?
I have
I
a
think-
ton of earrings made that like look like swords and knives.
Ooh.
That's my thing. I like get into Etsy real hard with that, and I have a few particular sellers that I really like on there. So anything that looks kind of medieval, but I really like earrings lately.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Rob.
I'm a jewelry fiend. I have a ton of jewelry that I like to wear, especially going out. So I always feel like that kind of makes the look a little bit look more interesting than everybody else. So I'm very much into the jewelry.
Okay. I'm going to jump around. Cat. Wait.
I'm kind of on the boat with Rob here. I'm like eyelashes, perfume, belly button ring. There you go. That's my don't leave the house
Oh, wow.
without accessory.
All right.
Do you have a belly button ring?
Oh, does she? Oh, wow.
I know, and I don't wear I don't show my stomach, so yeah, it's just
I don't
for
have one
me. It's
anymore.
hidden in there.
It's all yours.
That's
It's
right.
like, this is mine.
This is mine.
This is
All right. How about you, Nathan? What's your tops?
So I have a very extensive jewelry collection, as if you followed my TikTok, you know. But I have become a pearl. This is going to sound awful. A pearl necklace fiend. Which I'm not wearing. I knew it. I did it. There's one that just completely
What?
my chest.
Want a
It's-
pearl
it's
okay.
necklace.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Pearl necklace.
We're right to my
I
head.
have- and it all depends. Because I have this one there's this one chain that is gold. I do have several pieces from Bete Noir's shop, and I believe they're either on Etsy or they have their own shop. And it's this one piece. It's like a choker, but it waterfalls down to here, and it's just
Oh, nice.
black crystals with like a skulls and crosses in it. But my favorite is my waterfall pearls. So they go about to here, or am I here? And it's just pearls. And
Oh,
it's
that
like,
sounds
oh.
pretty.
So those are my 3, or I'll wear a simple pearl string of pearls. There we go.
I could have sworn you were going to answer hat.
Always hat.
You know,
Because I'm balding. Hat, necklace, and earring are my 3 things that I wear consistently. Occasionally, bracelets and rings, but sometimes bracelets can be persnickety if I'm wearing something that's lace. Because I have this one pearl big bracelet, and it wants to catch in my lace black pretty thing. But hat most always, or I wrap my hair very 1950s style.
Oh, I love it when you wear the wraps.
I'm a
So
hat guy
pretty.
too. I'm a hat guy.
I'm balding, so I got to do something. So.
But the hats look so good. They really do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I
Lauren,
love
what
them.
about you?
They're great accents.
Me? Winged eyeliner. I love my winged eyeliner and bralettes. Like just these little under the
Yes.
shirt kind
Oh,
of the
yeah.
accent.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
those.
Those are
They
cool.
draw the
Fuck.
eye down.
where?
Right.
I don't know.
My eyes are down
Where's
here.
that eye
sir.
going?
How about you, Deal?
I'm going to say parasols. I absolutely adore parasols. Nathan, you take after my heart. The big giant hats. I am a hat person.
They're everything.
It's like the Lady Dimitrescu hat that you have on now.
Oh, That's why I bought this. I have a Lower Dimitrescu.
Oh no.
And that's why I bought this hat. And then I was like, well, this just looks good with everything.
it does.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I like it. I have one of them, and I love it.
I love it.
It is.
I love it. It's
Well,
very
I think it's
good. If I don't
interesting.
want to talk to somebody, it's just
I think
know,
it's
it's
interesting
just
how Nathan like he's changing. He's really changing a lot of the style, how the style is going. You know, we're not doing just silver and black. You know, now we're seeing like velvets and gold colors coming out. A lot of jewelry, like a lot of the Gothic jewelry nowadays, is coming out in gold instead of silver. I mean, we're constantly evolving, and I mean, it's actually kind of nice to see some refreshing looks.
yeah.
And
So one of the
honestly,
things-
Nathan, I would like to actually chat with you because you do have more of that Western style, and I've honestly fallen in love with cowboy boots in the last 6 months.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, is there a Western cowboy like with the cowboy boots?
It's
just
like more like a psychobilly. It's kind of a
Steampunk.
psychobilly
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
called
that.
a psychobilly, where we taking like punk and goth and rockabilly music and kind of mixing it all together.
Ooh.
Tiger Army is a
Yeah.
perfect example of that.
Oh yeah, I love that
Yes.
band. It's a good time.
Hmm. Yeah.
And see, so when it comes to like goth and then cowboy boots, the first thing that pops into my head is Wild Wild West. So I'm sitting here like steampunk.
Well, steampunk has elements of goth in it.
Mhm.
Especially
Yeah,
with
it's
that
known as
more
like
London.
the brown of the goth world.
I think you could change that up. I think you could totally take the same steampunk pieces
Yeah.
and turn them black, and then
And then it would be goth. I think
yeah, absolutely.
100. Because I'm not a brown person, so I love steampunk, but for me, I love black more because it's more of a statement.
Absolutely.
You know?
Black and red.
When you start taking steampunk and shifting it to black, though, it becomes very pirate. So
It
yeah,
does.
It could. I mean, it just depends on how it comes out.
It depends what type of accoutrement you add to it. So if you do a lot more of like the corsetry that is very
Accoutrement.
much more
I think of a Christmas ornament with that word.
I am going to use that word as soon as I'm done here.
I've heard it. I think of it like on a Christmas tree.
genteel and accoutrement are now part of my vocabulary.
But I
My
think
God,
Gone
you're-
over almonds
I
and
want to have
accoutrements.
tea with you. I want to have tea with you.
Please.
That would be a good time.
If you ever come down to Memphis, come and have a tea party with us.
You're having a
Yes.
tea party.
My house, I'll host. Y'all just come on.
And we can
I
all
was gonna say,
bake.
I think I can get us in the Mallory Neely house and have a tea party.
I'm
With a
100% on with that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh,
you.
I have a
My bad.
contact.
So I think if you're gonna want to do the like with the cowboy boots, be more careful with the shape of the. If you do corsetry, be more careful with the shape and flow of the fabric, so it doesn't come off as piratey. So instead of like I mean, I'm assuming that you more show a lot more ample bosom than say flowy like ruffled shirts. I'm just getting a feeling for some reason.
There's something that says bosom there.
There's something that just says bosomy.
It's a
That
good
is
day.
wonderful.
It's a good day. You're gonna be a good day.
So I think making the fabric that you wear much more structured, but in that style, because the thing with a lot of pirate looks is they have the ruffled look around that frame the bosom. But I think if you nix that out and make it in a much more structured, like if you do corsetry, to do something that's structured but nix out the more flowy, so you don't get that billow that is associated with pirate. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. It makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense,
Absolutely.
actually.
That sounds
Can
really
I tell on
cool.
us,
Like,
Lauren?
what?
Can I tell on us?
Oh, yeah.
Lauren and I actually used to be part of the local pirate community before it
Oh, that's
exploded.
right.
Amazing, though.
That's
I'm
You
right.
say
Yeah.
exploded,
That's
like
me.
got
Pirate
huge.
band. Pirate band. There was a pirate band, right?
No, there was not. There was never a pirate band. You never heard anything about it. It did not
Never.
exist.
It's like all in my head now.
It's just now. There was always the Murdering Crows, never a pirate band.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, thank you.
Not me.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
It's like the
No,
Fight
there was
Club.
there
It didn't
was a
happen.
pirate band. There was a pirate band, but we're not.
There was.
No, I was. Yeah, Lauren and I were actually very active at one point in the pirate community before it imploded upon itself, and just went many
You're
different
pirates.
directions. I know you're pirates.
You're
Yes.
pirates. There's no rules.
We are getting up to the top of the hour before we end up getting cut here. Where can we find you? If people wanted to follow you on social media, if people are interested in checking out your stuff, where can people find you? Let's start with Jordan.
I'm on Facebook at Jordan Wilkinson. I'm going to try to make this as simple as I can. I'm on Instagram as Prolium Ubera, PROELIUM.UBERA. Sorry, it's really complicated, but I'm Jordan Wilkinson on Facebook. It's something Latin. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
It
you
was going
spelled
through a
it.
phase.
They can
Okay, can I
find
ask
you.
what it means?
I think she just cured cancer
what
with
does
that
it
word
mean?
right there.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
What does it mean?
It means battle breast in Latin.
Battle breast?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh my god, I love it so
Hi existence.
She's just like, hi.
Fighting breast
Yeah.
army. What?
I love
Yes.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
Rob, where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at You've Been Robbed 13. Also, you can find us on Instagram at don't you love that at Blue Suede Dues and Rob Brandon on Facebook.
Nice. Okay, Nathan, where can we find you?
TikTok and Instagram. And on my main social media platforms, I deleted Facebook because of reasons. But they're both under Shining Nathan. On Instagram, it's Shining_Nathan because somebody was disrespectful and got Shining Nathan all word before me. And then on TikTok, it's Shining Nathan
Nice.
on TikTok, one word. So I
Wonderful.
think, and YouTube, I have my YouTube Shining Nathan as well.
Nice.
That's me.
Oh, fun.
Yay. Well, as Lauren pointed out, we are at the top of the hour or so, and I hate to end this one. This one's been so much fun.
This has been a
This has
pleasure,
been a great
guys. This has been
panel,
a
a lot of-
pleasure.
Oh, yes.
was
Thank
a
you
lot of fun. I
so
thoroughly-
much. So I want to say thank you to Razor Rob, Shining
Thank you,
Nathan, and
guys.
Jordan
Thank
Wilkinson
you.
for
Thank
joining
you
us.
guys.
Thank
Lady.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
And
Cheers.
Those
Appreciate it.
who were following us and saw that Noelle was supposed to be with us this evening, she is feeling under the weather, and we hope to have her on eventually in the future. So we greatly missed her, but fun panel no matter what.
Yeah.
So, God, this
Yeah,
was
we had a great time. Thank you for inviting us. We had a great time.
Thank you
Jordan,
very much.
great. I loved seeing you. It was awesome. And Nathan, it was
I
a
love
pleasure
you.
meeting you.
It was a pleasure
All
meeting
right.
all of you. Lauren, thank you so much for inviting me.
You're
Absolutely. Thank you,
welcome.
ladies. We're huge fans. Thank you.
Thank
Real
you.
quick,
Well, thank
what is
you,
our next
guys.
show?
We have another show coming up on the 27th of March, which is Dark Staircases and Haunted People, where we are going to talk to people who have lived in a haunted house or have worked in a haunted environment. And we
I'm in a
don't
haunted
know
room right
what.
now.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in the haunted room right now. The previous
Where are
owner
you at?
makes their presence known in this room a lot. Like every time we come back to the condo, it seems like somebody sat on the bed all the time,
Nice.
and the blinds are always pulled
Are
open.
you at home?
I'm
Are
in
you
a-
at home?
I'm in a no. I'm at our lake condo in Arkansas.
We're
Yeah.
going to talk because
Yeah.
you're.
Well,
Yeah.
why
we're
wouldn't
gonna
you
talk.
haunt your
We thought you
lake
guys
condo?
appreciate that.
That's what I was going to say. Hello.
I'm dead. I'm going to
Right.
stay at the lake, though.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, come on,
that,
everybody's invited. We love it. We love
that
it.
ghost has it going
We
on.
can't promise you shade.
All right. And with that said, if you want to support our show, we have a digital tip jar right there.
Here it is.
So you can buy us a coffee and you can put that through the Cereal Box podcast and designate it to Ice Cream Queens or anybody specifically associated with Ice Cream Queens. But anyway, until next time, pleasant screams. Bye.
Bye.